Disgusting.
Filth. I like it.
Dirty.
Oh, great fun.
Sex.
But it's tacky. They're bottoms.
Fake.
I consider it as a job.
So for me, I become a Playboy bunny kind of by chance. I'd heard about Playboy. I had like a basic knowledge about Playboy, but not so much Playboy in the UK. So I'd come back from 3 months in Dubai and was kind of in like a limbo period of my life where I didn't really know where I was heading, what I wanted to do, and I applied for Playboy. I went to the casting, I got the job, and then nearly 3 years later I'm still there. My highlight, 100 million %, it's probably just happened. I was awarded Bunny of the Year for this year. So in July, I was flown out to LA. I got to take my sister with me, and as a kind of prize for being Bunny of the Year, I spent 5 days in Los Angeles, and I shot for Playboy magazine. I did interviews. I was just kind of like VIP treatment. I got to go to the Playboy headquarters and just kind of like represent the brand. So the Playboy rules is a question that I probably get asked the most, because there are a lot of, when I say rules, I say like rules because I feel like they're more traditions. There's a certain level of like, when you come and represent the brand, you need to look alive and be the brand. So there are kind of like makeup things and guidelines that we are told to sort of follow. Uniform stuff is like 2 pairs of tights, everything's got to be clean. We have custom made costumes that fit to our body. The hardest part about being a bunny, I would say, is definitely facing a constant backlash of working for a brand like Playboy. A lack of knowledge from some individuals gives like a negative response straight away. And that's a daily basis thing. That's like every day at work. It's just small questions like, how does your mum feel about you working there? What does your boyfriend think? And it's kind of like I've learned now, sort of 3 years in, how to handle myself and handle those questions. And rather than being defensive, it's kind of like, well, why? Why do you think my mum will have a problem? What am I doing wrong? And that's quite tiring, having to constantly defend yourself. But it is just purely lack of knowledge.
At the moment, I'm a sales and events manager for one of our private hire spaces. We do all sorts of events. So at the moment, we only have one private hire space, which is our tail bar. Our tail bar's open for members and non-members to hire. We do a lot of things from corporate to birthdays, private functions, afternoon teas, endorsements, that sort of thing. So it's just basically introducing people to the brand without having to be a member of Playboy. If you look up the term feminism in the dictionary, it actually says someone who believes equal rights for men and women. It's a very touchy subject, but I don't think that the girls aren't doing anything wrong. That's exactly what they want to do, and especially in this day and age, women have had more power, more rights, more freedom and more voice than ever in history. So to define someone and what they do, period, I think is the wrong thing to do, because this is the time in our lives where we've actually had the most say. So to celebrate someone for the way they look, or to celebrate for someone what they do, or to celebrate for someone with how they are or what they believe in, I think is beautiful. So for someone to tar you with a brush just because of a brand that liberated women in the 60s is silly to me personally. My favourite part of being a bunny was meeting so many amazing, interesting people. Like, that job honestly opened up so many doors for me, so many opportunities. Playboy for me, honestly, the best ever thing that came from it was the sisterhood, was meeting such amazing people that you would never normally meet. When you think of Playboy, you think of a certain person that would work there. Playboy is completely the opposite. Like, the girls come from all different walks of life, different ages. You know, they're all there for different reasons. Some are their main jobs, some it's their part-time job while they're at university, some have children. You do honestly think, when you think of Playboy, that it would be all these, you know, girls with the same mindset, the same age, and it's not true at all.
Strength in the sense that you stand for something, and no matter how many times you have to explain why you stand for it, you still stand for it, and you're still passionate enough to stand for something.
I feel grateful for the being part of something that's quite controversial, you know, to doing something that might not be, you know, the norm, or doing something that might be frowned upon, you know, doing it and doing it well. Like, I'm proud to say it because a lot of people choose a different career path in life. This is what I chose for now, and I'm more than happy for it. So I'm very, very grateful.